Hey, it's Lee. Welcome. 9 months to 100 kilometres. I have got some bad news. Bad news because what I didn't want to happen, I have allowed to happen. I have fallen off the wagon. I have not trained like I wanted to train. My plan isn't fully updated, and this has only happened in the last 7 days. The last 7 to 10 days have felt like a really long time. As you know, if you listened or watched last week, I was in London, half term with the kids. My routine changed for the first time during my training. So just to recap, I work away Monday to Friday. I have a routine. It's all within my gift and control. I go to work during the day, and then my exercise and my podcast activity, my social media activity, FaceTiming the kids and stuff all happens in the evening, but I can schedule it. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy. And last week, it was half term, went to London. I thought I had it all sorted. I thought I knew what I was going to do. I was going to go for a run in the evening, do some walking during the day, and that happened, but not as I wanted to do. Last week I spoke about being selfish, and I don't think I've been selfish. And I've really been thinking about actually putting myself first. What does that actually mean? Because what does it actually mean when I'm not putting myself first? Because I've got 2 kids. And I love seeing them and spending time with them. So is if I spend time with them, is that putting myself first? I've taken, and I quite like this exercise thing that I've started, and it's making me feel better. Is that putting myself first when I do that? Is having an early night when I feel tired putting myself first? What is it that's actually putting myself first? I'm not actually putting myself first. I'm putting things, events, activities first, and I've really got to do some thinking about what putting myself first means. I thought I knew, but I've realised I don't know. So let's recap all the last 7 to 10 days, because you might notice if you've watched these as they've landed, or if you just check through the history of when they are being uploaded, they've been on a rhythm. Every single Monday it's happened, and this one is a few days late in terms of the schedule. So I've proper fallen off the wagon. So I've not felt very well for the last few days. I've not felt like up to it. I've felt a little bit like, I guess, flu-y or a cold, or dare I say man flu. I don't think it was that though. I think I would have really known if it was that. And last week in London, amazing time. Did the proper touristy thing with the kids. The first time they've been to London. Did everything that planned to do. Went and did all of the walking. Leicester Square, Trafalgar Square, Buckingham Palace, Downing Street. Went into the M&M shop. Overspent on M&Ms. Great for marathon training that. Went on a Thames River cruise. Went on an open decker bus, double decker bus tour. Went to visited Wembley, did the stadium tour. All of these things have happened in the last 10 days, and I took my running kit because I was going to run at a time. I was going to set some expectations with the family that I was going to go for a run, and I tried, and I did twice. We were there for 4 nights, and I ran for 2 of those. But it wasn't at the best time for me to run. So both times were in an evening, and what I've fathomed is that later in an evening, after me tea, is not the best time, and especially within half an hour of me finishing the tea, just because the kids were going for a bath or a shower or whatever. I was fitting it in around everybody else's availability and everything else that was happening, not doing it at the best time for me. And I think that's a lesson that I've learned. I need to start to help to start to manage and set some expectations and get some agreements up front, rather than just trying to fit it in as and when and around other people's diaries and schedules and things like that. So that's the first thing that I need to really think about because Christmas will be coming. I'll be at home during those periods as well, and I'll have to do the same thing then. I'll have to fit it in around a routine, and I'm going to. The family are not distractions. I don't think of them, and I don't think of them as distractions, but they are distractions from the plan. And what I've got to try to do is to plan more effectively with them what it is that I'm trying to achieve, and try to, I guess, help them to help me succeed in what I'm trying to achieve and what I'm trying to do, and the reasons for it. So I have fallen off the wagon. I am back on it, slowly but surely. I am going for a run tomorrow. I've not been for a run tonight, but I have done some exercise this evening. But yeah, I'm back on the running from tomorrow, back on the podcasts from today, back talking about it, and back starting to deal with it and thinking I feel better. The cold or whatever seems to have left me, thankfully now, and I think that is a function or an output of me trying to cram too much in to the short period of time that I was trying to do it. So I've got to be realistic with my time. I've got to realise that rest is important to me, and I've got to realise that I should only run at the times when I'm ready or able to run. I don't want to injure myself again. I've got to focus on myself, my health, and I've really got to help the family understand collectively what they can do to support me on this what is a daunting task. I spoke to somebody this week as well, and somebody who is an experienced marathon runner, Ironman event attendee, participant, and they give me some really good advice around the training and what I need to ramp up and maybe do more of and do less of, and things. Get an accountability partner in terms of get a running partner. So these things are going to happen over the coming weeks as well, which is going to be exciting. But I wanted to let you know that I failed. I failed myself. I failed my plan. And I've only been going for 7 weeks. And so far, 2 periods in that 7 weeks, I have either overdone it and injured myself, so I've broken my plan, or I've impacted my plan because my routine has not been the same, and then I've overdone it and crammed too much in when I've been with the family. So there's been a couple of times that I've not done what I said I was going to do, and I need to get better at this planning. I need to get better at working with others and helping them help me, because I want to succeed, I will succeed, and I am learning as I go, and there's some real big lessons that I'm understanding about myself that I need to really take on board. But I am back. Let's see how the second half of this week goes, and hopefully, and I mean hopefully, the plan will be back on track. I'll let you know how it goes next week, and have yourself a good week. Take care.